I want to thank everyone that's taken the time to send us your questions for Neighborhood Connections. It's my favorite part of the show. Let's see what we have this week. After that, I'll chat with Peter Budnick from System 3E.
Now, it's time for the Neighborhood Connection.
All right, we had a great question come in via email about doing some upholstery repairs, and I've got a project right here. Let me show you how to do this. So the problem with this is the base of an office chair. It's a nice office chair, but the foam is just absolutely hammered, and it just feels like craters under there where it's broken down. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get underneath this thing right here, tear it apart, and see what the issues are. If I can save this, I might, but if not, I got some black denim here to see if we can recover this. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in here, and we've got all these little staples. I'm gonna see if I can pull these out. If not, we're just gonna start cutting away. And sometimes these can be a little bit of a pain. What this does is this has this, some of this is just detective work. This has this drawstring around here is how they built this. And they stapled the drawstring down. So I'm just gonna start pulling staples out of here and get this loosened up. And just see how this comes off. Usually where you're going to see this foam just all broken down, and it'll be kind of a hot mess. That's exactly what we have here. The cover's still in good shape. We might be able to reuse that. See how that's all bunched up right there? Here's the problem. This inner foam piece right here. This is all busted up right here. So we're going to see if we can save this and work with this. I think for something like this, since we can't get a new one of these, we're gonna come in here with some more padding and put that over the top and try to keep that from bunching up here. All right, we're gonna add a little structure to this. You know, there's 1,000,001 uses for duct tape on this. I just wanna keep this so it doesn't push down. So if we can keep this pulled together and pad on top of it, this will actually work. I'm just going to put a couple layers across here just to give it some strength. Padding on top is going to kind of hold it together anyway. This is some good, thick, heavy-duty duct tape. I just want to kind of cover where that foam is to hold that together. Just going to do a nice base layer over this, and then we'll put a couple across the other direction just to hold it. That's going to do a great job of holding that together. Now this stuff here, there's no saving that. That has seen better days. What I'm going to do is take some of this batting here, and let's just give ourselves a nice little cutout over the outside of this. It's pretty good right there. Good news is that lump is completely out of here. Kind of cool with that. This is going to fit down there. Let's try to get this cover back on and see how this works. Since this came off without having to cut it off, I think we could probably try to reuse this thing. Okay, that's going to work pretty good right there. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to spray glue this down so it doesn't go anywhere. And we could button this project up. We've saved a perfectly good working office chair. All right, that contact adhesive held. This is just the Gorilla Glue brand. Works really well, actually. Get this back on. All right, that feels like brand new. This can seem super difficult, but it's really easy. And I hope that answers your question about how to do upholstery repairs. I had a great question come in via Facebook about how to remove drywall anchors and how to patch them. And these things can be a headache if you don't know the tricks to dealing with them. So the first thing I do is I come in here, take all the screws out, get those out of the way. And there's two big types that we see, especially in older walls. We'll see these plastic inserts, and then we're going to see these metal ones, which are usually the biggest headaches. The plastic ones are pretty easy. I get in here with a knife or the painter's tool, and if you can cut these off, just get in here like this. If you can get in with the painter's tool, that'll usually cut off here. And what I do is once I cut the head off, I shove it back into the wall. And it's going to fall back into the wall. I'm going to take the knife and cut the rest of that plastic off. And then we can shove that back in there. That's flush. We'll patch that in a second. the tougher one of these metal ones, because what happens is, as they come in and you put these in, this compresses. And what happens is this really gives us a really good strong anchor on this. They hold up to about 75 pounds, so they're super strong. The secret here is to get the drill bit out. Let me show you what I do. I'll come in here with the drill bit, and we're gonna drill the center out, and then let that fall back into the wall, just like this. So what happens is this will drop out onto the floor here. It's a little warm. And then we've got these holes. So now I'm going to take one of these high strength hole repair patches like this. I like this new stuff by 3M. Goes super quick. So we're going to come in here. Let's give that a nice patch. Now this one here, I see I've got a little bit of paper out here. I'm just going to remove that because that's just going to get in the way of the patch. So if you have to come in and clean that up a little bit, less you'll fight later. Let's come in here. And this one over here is real easy. That's a smaller one. We're going to do the same thing right here. So we'll get one on here. Let that dry. Quick little sand, second coat. Then you can prime and paint. That's exactly how you take those hollow wall anchors out of there and make it look just like new again.